We have a David Pakman Show subreddit at davidpakman.com/reddit. Some really good discussions happening there. We're approaching about 6,000 of our viewers and listeners who are subscribed to our subreddit. Let's go through some of the interesting comments and posts on our subreddit that I spotted this morning, including a very interesting article pointing out that now, as a result of Jared Kushner losing his top secret security clearance, that the chief calligrapher of the White House now has a higher clearance than Jared Kushner, which is interesting. Yeah, listen, this is very funny, but the truth is that Jared Kushner's presence in the administration has been concerning and out of place for a very long time. And I feel like being demoted below the calligrapher in terms of your security clearance is just sort of adding insult to injury.
I think it's more insightful that the White House has a chief
calligrapher. Yeah.
I guess they have multiple then.
Well, do you think that that's for those like executive orders that Trump signs, like they're written in nice calligraphy?
Huh.
I assume that those were printed just in like a calligraphy font from a computer, but maybe they actually have someone writing those.
He ruins it with his cardiogram signature.
His very strange signature, yeah. Okay, also from the David Pakman Show subreddit, officials from several states are offering Delta Airlines a new home amid the NRA blowback. We mentioned this yesterday, and I think it was you, Pat, who mentioned something like, listen, there's a risk to going after Delta if you're the state of Georgia, as they've done, because Delta can always move to another state. And I mentioned, well, they could, but it's, Delta has been committed to Atlanta as its primary hub, as its world hub for a very long time. It would be difficult, and it would. But there is no shortage of states that have come out of the woodwork who are saying, hey, we'd love to have Delta in our state, even with their elimination of a discount for NRA members.
I think everyone's just flexing their muscles here. The Republicans aren't going to take away their tax credits. And
you don't think so?
Delta's not going to move. Probably not.
We'll see. We will see. A discussion you can participate in if you have an opinion about it. Also from the David Pakman Show subreddit, Defense Secretary James Mattis has recommended keeping transgender troops in the military, according to a new report on military.com. Yeah, I'm not surprised, and I'm no like big cheerleader of Jim Mattis, but you could sort of tell from the beginning of Trump's attempt to eliminate all transgender service members from the branches of the American military, you kind of got the feeling that Mattis wasn't on board. First, the Department of Defense said something like, listen, Mattis is like on vacation. He wasn't informed of this. Then Mattis sort of wants to wait and see and get a report. And now Mattis says, I actually think we should keep transgender troops. This is not a surprise.
Even though Trump said that he consulted with his generals before making that decision.
Apparently Mattis
wasn't
not
one of them.
Yeah, Mattis was out of town that day, literally speaking. He was actually not in town the day Trump tweeted that transgender service members were going to be kicked out. This is how politics is being done these days, folks. I'm not joking around. And lastly, from the David Pakman Show subreddit, what do you all do to detox from American politics? Sometimes it gets so depressing and so many piles of manure are around. I just need to take a break from it. What do you all do? The Redditor is asking. Yeah, what I do is I try to not pay attention to politics over the weekend. Like Sunday evening, I'll sit down and start looking at what happened and putting together my thoughts for what I want to cover on Monday. But basically, from the time we're done with the Friday show until Sunday evening, I barely pay attention to politics. And it's very common that I'll like get together with a friend for brunch on Sunday morning, and they'll mention something, and I'll have absolutely no idea because it happened Friday night or Saturday during the day. I think that the planned breaks are sort of good because it does get very toxic, especially in the era of Trump.
Yeah, you got to detox in some way.
Yeah.
Be it yoga
Sure.
or a hot tub, something like that.
Yes, absolutely. Well, listen, more about that on the bonus show. Pat will tell us all about how he's what's going on in hot tubs with him. All right, join us on our subreddit, davidpakman.com/Reddit. Respectful political discussion. We have moderators making sure that people don't get out of hand. Join. I'm on there. Pat is on there. Very, very exciting stuff.